Hi everyone, welcome to Cinemalis, where we talk about movies and TV shows you like or dislike. In this video, we are going to talk about M3GAN. Spoiler warning if you haven't watched it. All the opinions are my own and feel free to disagree. M3GAN, directed by Gerard Johnstone, written by Akila Cooper and James Wan. The movie starring Allison Williams, Violet McGraw, Amie Donald, and Ronny Chieng. I actually have a quite high hope for this movie because the story is interesting if done right and James Wan involvement. So M3GAN basically gives us glimpse of what powerful AI robot can do and affects our life, especially to children, but not executed properly. Here's why. The beginning of the movie is great. It starts off with a commercial about a toy that can talk. Then we are in a car with Katie and her parents. They went through a heavy snow and crashed to a truck. Katie's parents died because of the accident, and now Katie has to live with her aunt Gemma, who works in a toy company. We got that Gemma doesn't like kids, and it makes sense that she built M3GAN to help her and let Katie play with M3GAN all the time. Slowly, we see the attachment forming between Katie and M3GAN. The peak of the attachment is when Katie became hysterical when she can't see M3GAN and she don't want to go to school without M3GAN. She even threatened the psychologist. But that's it. The consequences of Katie play with M3GAN all the time is not really shown and play a part in the movie. Katie seems to be not listening to Gemma, but there's not other dark consequences which it has should have been. I think the dark consequences should be Katie become more violent because of M3GAN influence. One time Katie hit Gemma, but there's no other violence besides this. Since M3GAN is a robot, M3GAN don't have emotion and human conscience. In the movie, M3GAN also show violence to someone or something that a threat to Katie. Katie becomes so attached to M3GAN and treat her as a role model. So it would make sense and natural for Katie to become violent like M3GAN. I think this would be more chilling and dark rather than Katie not doing anything disturbing in the movie. Gemma also brought in a psychologist and she explains the effect of kids that has a deep connection that's not with other human being but an AI robot, especially after losing both of her parents. I wish that the movie explored this part further and become more of a psychological thriller rather than a cheap horror movie. The movie can explore about whether a child should have an artificial intelligence companion that can replace parents' role. It would be interesting to play with the thin line between the benefit and danger when human connection being replaced by artificial intelligence. This would make the audience ponder about artificial intelligence and whether it will make or break us. The movie also doesn't feel scary enough because it lacks of jumpy and gory scene. The only scene that remotely a good jump scare is the dog scene, where M3GAN used the neighbor voice to lure the dog and then M3GAN jump out of nowhere. I think the scene is directed very well and this really got me jump out of my seat. And that's it. We don't get to see what M3GAN do to the dog, and I think this is the only good jump scene. The other jump scene is just M3GAN comes out of nowhere. The scene where M3GAN pulled the ear of the boy is quite terrifying. It's really hard to watch the boy's ear get stretched out, torn off, and there's blood everywhere. I think this scene could be elevated with Katie watch all of this happen and actually help kill the boy. I mean the boy is mean to her, so it makes sense if M3GAN influenced Katie to help kill the boy. The car crashing to the boy is scary to watch, but I think it would be more frightening if M3GAN and Katie actually killed the boy herself. M3GAN went from walking like a human to an animal to chase the boy is a nice touch and quite terrifying, but then again it's not horrifying enough. When M3GAN kills the neighbor is quite bad and not at all terrifying. I mean, it gives some sort of satisfaction that she got killed by her own chemical spray that she gave to her plant. The only frightening moment is the nail shot to her hand, but then that's it. We just saw the blood from her while M3GAN sprayed the chemical. Why would you not make the murder scene entertaining and more gory? I mean, this is actually a horror movie, so why not put more a daunting and terrifying scene? The story in the third act is written terribly. Why the hell would M3GAN kill David, who played by Ronny Chieng? What David ever do to M3GAN? I think this is just an excuse to have a gory scene, but again, it's not that nerve-wracking or creepy enough. It just feels lazy and just another terrible thing that M3GAN did to fill some horror scene. The data leak story is also not leading up to anything. I think the motivation of Kurt selling data is believable because he got treated horribly by his boss and peers. Maybe this is a setup for a sequel, but I think it doesn't tie in with the story whatsoever. M3GAN seemingly framing Kurt for killing David and then kill him didn't make much sense. The standoff between Gemma and M3GAN is also done poorly. I thought that M3GAN would torment Gemma as it slowly killed her, but then suddenly KD helped Gemma and want to kill M3GAN. I know that there's a nice scene between KD and Gemma before, but I still think the story is too happy for a horror movie and not dark enough. I think it would be better if KD actually attacked Gemma because she wants to kill M3GAN. This way off the deep attachment that the psychologist talking about earlier. But no, we got a PG-13 version where she helped Gemma with Bruce, another robot, and finally kill M3GAN. This is too happy for an ending of a horror movie. I think it should have been more fucked up scenes. Overall, I think the movie has a huge potential regarding story-wise, but it lacks of in-depth character development, good execution, and not enough terrifying scene. The story is not that well written, and the horror scene is not entertaining enough. I think there will be a sequel because of where the movie left off, and I hope that the sequel will embrace more of gory and horror moment. The story idea is already good and captivating enough to be a chilling movie. It just needs a more deep and dark story with an actual good horror scene. Comment below your thoughts and opinion about the movie, whether you agree with me or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching and I see you guys at the next video.